Hi and welcome to the channel. My name is Karthik and I just decided to do the Booktube Newbie Tag today. I started the channel not knowing about this community. I did watch a lot of videos of booktubers, but I thought they were just doing book reviews and they were doing it on their own. I did not know about this amazing community, and as soon as I knew about it, I just wanted to be a part of it, make friends and interact and be heard as well a bit. So here goes. Let's get right into it. Okay, so question one, why did I start this channel? I started this channel actually not just for books. I have two big passions in my life, music and reading. So I wanted to have my commentary and my opinions on both of those. Share the music that I like, share the books that I like, get to know more about music, get to know more about books. And I also write. I write poetry, so I was thinking I could share a bit of that as well with people who want to hear about it and want to listen to it. So just have a community kind of an experience, and that's the reason I started this channel. Okay, so the second question is, what are some of the fun and unique things that I could bring to BookTube? And I would have to say that I see a lot of great content on here, but I don't see as much as content about poetry. So I think I could contribute in that regard. Also, I, being Indian, am multilingual inherently, so there are a lot of good writers and poets in some of the languages that I speak apart from English. So I would love to introduce them to people who would be interested and even translate some of their work. I would love to do that. Okay, so the next question is, why do I love reading? I think I'm a sucker for narratives, any story in general, and as my life progresses, I think I'm becoming like an information junkie. So if you give me a good book or an audio book or even something, a film or a TV series with a good story in it, I latch on to it. But reading is still very special because I think I get to build that world and that universe in my head, and nothing beats that actually. I read on a lot of different platforms, the physical book, the audio, I listen to audiobooks, and I have ebooks as well, but nothing beats a book in your hand. And so just creating that universe in your head and inhabiting that for a while and then dipping into it and dipping right out, that's the best part about reading, I guess. Okay, so the fourth question is, what series or book got me into reading? I like to be pretty honest here that as a kid, I was a bit weird. I was the only kid who loved his school textbooks, and I used to go through my history textbooks and my English textbooks even before the year started to just go looking for stories, because history has some beautiful stories and so does your English textbook. So, but the series that really got me into reading, I have to say, were the books by Enid Blyton. So that would be Famous Five, Secret Seven, and all those books. And the book series that really changed my life, and I know it's a cliche, but I got introduced to the Harry Potter series when I was 10 or 11. And I think 3 books had come out by then, and that just changed my life. And it still impacts my life and worldview in a big, big way. And was also one of the reasons I started this channel. Okay, so what questions would I ask my favorite booktubers? I'm pretty sure that most of them have a day job as well. I don't know if all of them are full-time booktubers. Some of them surely are, but most of them, I think, do something else as well. So the biggest thing I would ask them is, how do they make time for, not for reading because it's what we do, but how do they make time for shooting these videos and planning a schedule and all those things? It would be really interesting to hear from them about that. Okay, so the next question is, what challenges do I think will be difficult in starting this channel and keep it growing? That would be making the videos, editing them, scheduling them, and putting them out. But I think my passion for reading and my passion for stories and sharing my interest with people in general would negate all of that. And if some people want to listen to me or they want to interact with me, that would be a big, big boost, because up to a point in my life, I just wanted to create, I just wanted to write, I just wanted to read and enjoy things. But there came a point in my life where I decided I wanted to share this with people. I don't care about the number of people, or it's a lot of people. I'm not into that, but there should be somebody who's say I don't want to keep talking into a void. If I'm saying something, it needs to be heard. And if I could find that over here, I'll be really, really happy. And that would kind of soothe my angst for the mundane things that entail while making all these videos. Okay, so the next question is, when did I start reading? I think I started pretty young. I must have been 6 or 7. And to be really honest, I continued as a really voracious and avid reader till I was maybe 16, 17. And then my academics, my interest in music, and a lot of other things took a lot of time and space in my life. So I'm not been reading as much as I would want to for the past, say, 10 years actually. But it's not that I don't read at all, but not like I used to. And that is one of the biggest reasons I want to do this channel, so that when I make a commitment to people who watch it, I also make a commitment to myself to read that many books and keep it organized and keep it continuing and growing. So that's the whole idea. Okay, so where do I read? I don't really have a preference. If given a choice, I would like to have the actual book, the paper version in my hand and be sitting on my bed, but I don't mind listening to an audiobook in a car. Or in India, we travel by trains a lot, so a book on a train journey is pretty good. Also, whenever I get time and wherever I could find anything worth reading, I'd just go for it. I don't have a specific place and a time for reading. I'd like to read as much as I can. Okay, so what kinds of books I read? I started out with a lot of fantasy and fiction, and I still like those, and I still like anything with a narrative and mystery books, whodunits, crime novels, and a lot of poetry actually. But there's one genre that I don't care for much, but I would really like to try, and if somebody has recommendations, please. And that is nonfiction. Somehow, ever since I was a kid, I could never get into a lot of non-fiction books, and I don't know why. But as I'm growing older, I think I care about the real world a bit too, and just don't want to escape into a fantasy world. I have a lot of issues with the real world. Let's be honest, we all do. But I think it's time to meet the real world in the eye and read a couple of non-fiction books as well. Okay, so that's pretty much it, I guess. And let me know if you want to interact with me, communicate with me, tell me how I can improve or what kind of books I can read, recommendations and anything. I would want to browse and look at more booktubers and communicate with you guys. And if you like whatever I'm doing on here, please subscribe to the channel and let's build a community. Thank you.